If you have ever lived with a cat, you quickly realize that cats are unlike any other animal. They can be adorable, quiet, and affectionate, but they can also be incredibly mysterious. Sometimes cats behave in ways that leave humans confused. They may suddenly run around the house at night, they may sit for hours staring at a corner of the room, or suddenly leap forward as if chasing something invisible. Many cat owners have asked the same question: why do cats do such strange things? Is it simply animal instinct? Or do cats experience the world in a way that humans cannot fully understand? In this video, we explore 7 strange cat behaviors that science still cannot completely explain. The first strange behavior that many cat owners have witnessed is what people often call the midnight zoomies. You might be sleeping peacefully. The entire house is quiet. Suddenly, your cat starts running. It runs from the living room to the kitchen, then back through the hallway, sometimes jumping onto furniture, sometimes sliding across the floor. All of this happens incredibly fast. Many people refer to this behavior as zoomies. These are sudden bursts of energy. According to animal behavior researchers, there are several possible explanations. First, cats are natural predators. Their wild ancestors hunted during dusk and dawn. This pattern of activity is called crepuscular behavior. It means cats are most active during early morning and evening hours, even when cats live indoors. This instinct remains. So, when night falls, cats may suddenly become more energetic. They feel the urge to run, jump, and hunt. Second, these bursts of activity may simply be a way for cats to release energy. If a cat spends the entire day indoors without much stimulation, energy can build up. At night, they release that energy by running around. However, something else makes this behavior even more interesting. Sometimes cats appear to chase nothing. No toy, no insect, no visible object. Yet the cat runs as if pursuing invisible prey. Some scientists believe cats may be able to see extremely small movements that humans cannot detect. For example, a tiny insect, dust floating through the air, or a faint moving shadow. These subtle movements can trigger a cat's hunting instinct. But to humans, the room still appears completely quiet, and that is when we begin to think cats are doing something strange. The second strange behavior is cats' love for boxes. If you place a cardboard box in a room, there is a very high chance your cat will crawl inside. Even if the box is very small, sometimes even smaller than the cat itself. Yet cats still try to squeeze inside. Why do cats love boxes so much? Scientists believe this behavior is connected to survival instincts. In the wild, enclosed spaces make cats feel safe. A box creates the feeling of a hiding place. From inside the box, a cat can observe its surroundings, but other animals may not easily see the cat. This creates a sense of security. Boxes can also help cats maintain body warmth. Cats have a slightly higher body temperature than humans. Small spaces help retain heat more effectively. However, there is something even more fascinating. Cats do not only like real boxes, they even respond to the shape of a box. Experiments have shown that if you draw a square on the floor using tape, many cats will sit inside it. This suggests that cats react strongly to enclosed shapes. But why do they respond this way? So far, science does not have a complete answer, and this is only 2 out of 7 strange cat behaviors. In the next part, we will explore even more mysterious behaviors. For example, why cats stare into empty space, why cats follow humans into the bathroom, and why cats sometimes seem to sense things before they happen. One of the strangest behaviors many cat owners notice is when cats stare into empty space. You may have seen this before. Your cat is sitting quietly in the room. Everything around is calm. No sounds, no insects, nothing moving. Yet your cat suddenly focuses on a corner of the room. Eyes wide open, ears raised, body completely still, as if it is observing something, but you cannot see anything there. This behavior has led many people to believe that cats can see things humans cannot. In ancient cultures, cats were sometimes believed to sense spiritual realms. However, from a scientific perspective, there are more practical explanations. Cats possess extremely sharp senses, especially vision and hearing. A cat's eyes are designed to detect extremely small movements. For example, dust particles floating in light, tiny insects, or subtle shadows. These movements are often invisible to humans, but cats can detect them. Cats also hear sounds at much higher frequencies than humans. Humans can hear roughly 20 hertz to 20 null hertz. Cats can hear far beyond that range. This means cats may detect mice moving inside walls, insects crawling across floors, tiny vibrations in their surroundings. When a cat stares at a corner of a room, it may actually be responding to a sound that humans cannot hear, a sound too faint for human ears, but perfectly clear to a cat. However, there are still moments when this behavior remains puzzling. Sometimes cats stare at completely empty spaces for several minutes. No movement, no sound, just silence. Some scientists believe cats may be sensitive to very subtle environmental changes. For example, changes in light, changes in magnetic fields, or tiny vibrations in the floor. These signals are too subtle for humans to notice, but cats might detect them. That could explain why cats sometimes behave as if they are seeing something invisible. Another strange behavior of cats is following humans into the bathroom. Many cat owners are very familiar with this. You walk into the bathroom, and your cat follows you immediately. It sits near the door, or quietly in a corner, just watching. Many people find this behavior funny, but why do cats do this? There are several possible explanations. First, cats are naturally curious animals. They like to observe what humans are doing. When you close the bathroom door, your cat may become curious about what is happening inside. Second, cats may view humans as part of their territory. In nature, cats monitor the members of their social group. Following you into the bathroom might simply be a way for your cat to make sure everything is normal. Bathrooms also contain many interesting stimuli for cats. Running water, reflections of light, small movements. All these things may attract a cat's attention. Sometimes cats behave strangely inside the bathroom as well. They might stare at mirrors, look at faucets, or focus on dark corners. Once again, this suggests that cats perceive their environment very differently from humans. And these are only 4 of the 7 strange cat behaviors. In the next part, we will explore even more mysterious behaviors. For example, why cats bring gifts to their owners, why cats sometimes gently bite their humans, and why cats occasionally behave as if they are trying to communicate with us. Another behavior that fascinates many cat owners is when cats bring gifts to their humans. If you have ever owned a cat, you may have experienced this situation. One morning you wake up and walk into the living room. Something is lying on the floor. It might be a mouse, a small bird, or even an insect. And your cat is sitting nearby, looking at you proudly. Many cat owners have received such gifts. Sometimes this can be unpleasant, but for cats, this behavior actually has an important meaning. According to animal behavior researchers, this behavior is linked to a cat's hunting instinct. In the wild, mother cats often bring prey back to their kittens. They do this to teach their kittens how to hunt. Some scientists believe that when cats bring prey to humans, they may view humans as part of their social group. In a sense, your cat might think you are not very good at hunting, so it brings food to help you. This may actually be a form of care, a very instinctive way for cats to show concern. It may also be a sign of trust. In the wild, cats usually eat in places where they feel safe. If a cat brings prey back to the house, it means the cat considers the home a safe place, a place where it can share its catch. Another strange behavior of cats is when they gently bite their owners. Many cat owners have experienced this. You are petting your cat. It seems relaxed. It might even be purring. Then suddenly, it turns around and gently bites your hand. This can feel confusing. Why would a cat do that? Experts suggest several explanations. One of the most common reasons is overstimulation. When you pet a cat for a long time, its nervous system may become overly sensitive. At first, the sensation feels pleasant, but after a while, it can become too intense. When that happens, the cat may bite lightly as a way of saying, "That's enough for now." This is not a sign of aggression. It is simply a form of communication. Another explanation comes from kitten behavior. Young kittens play with each other by biting and wrestling. They bite gently and release. This is part of playful interaction. When cats grow up, some of that behavior remains. Sometimes gentle biting is also a sign of affection. Some cats lightly bite their owners when they feel bonded with them, almost like a playful gesture. One of the most fascinating behaviors of cats is their ability to talk with humans. Cats produce many different sounds. They meow, they purr, they hiss, and sometimes they make very unique noises. What is interesting is that cats tend to meow more when interacting with humans. In the wild, adult cats rarely meow at each other. Kittens meow to communicate with their mothers, but adult cats mainly use scent and body language. So, why do cats meow at humans? Some researchers believe cats have learned that humans respond strongly to sound. When cats meow, humans often pay attention, feed them, or pet them. Over time, cats learn that meowing is an effective way to communicate with humans. Some studies even suggest cats can adjust their vocal sounds to gain human attention. Certain cat vocalizations resemble the frequency of a crying baby. This may trigger a nurturing response in humans. That could explain why humans react quickly when a cat calls. These behaviors show that cats are not simply independent animals. They are also capable of adapting to life with humans. They learn how to communicate, how to attract attention, and sometimes how to persuade humans to do what they want. But there is still one final mysterious behavior of cats that many people find fascinating. Sometimes cats appear to sense things before they happen. In the next part, we will explore this intriguing behavior. The final behavior that fascinates many people is when cats appear to sense things before they happen. Across the world, many cat owners have shared unusual stories. Some cats become restless before an earthquake occurs. Others suddenly avoid certain areas of the house before an accident happens. There are even stories suggesting that cats can sense when their owners are about to become ill. One of the most famous examples comes from a nursing home. There was a cat that often sat beside certain patients. At first, the staff thought it was coincidence, but after several occurrences, nurses noticed something strange. Whenever the cat stayed beside a patient, that person often passed away within a few hours. This observation raised an intriguing question. Could cats sense something humans cannot? Some scientists believe the answer may lie in the extremely sensitive sense of smell that cats possess. The human body changes chemically during illness and before death. These changes may produce faint chemical odors. Such odors are too subtle for humans to detect, but animals may notice them. Dogs have already been proven capable of detecting certain diseases like cancer, so it is possible that cats might possess similar abilities. Cats are also highly sensitive to tiny environmental changes. For example, changes in air pressure, small vibrations in the ground, or fluctuations in electromagnetic fields. These factors can sometimes occur before natural events such as earthquakes or storms. Cats might detect these signals earlier than humans. That could explain why cats sometimes behave strangely before natural disasters. However, science still does not have enough evidence to confirm that cats can truly predict the future. These stories remain part of the mystery surrounding cats. But one thing is certain, cats are among the most fascinating animals that share our lives. They can be independent yet affectionate, lazy yet incredibly agile. Their senses are far more advanced than ours, and they perceive the world in ways we still do not fully understand. The strange behaviors of cats do more than simply entertain us. They remind us that the natural world still holds many mysteries. Perhaps one day science will fully explain these behaviors. But until then, cats will continue to do strange things. They will continue staring at empty corners, running across the house at night, and leaving humans wondering, what is my cat thinking?